Alright YouTube, so if you guys didn't watch my video last night, I wouldn't be surprised. It was a late upload. You never know when I'm going to upload. Usually it's kind of later in the day, but sometimes I might just do like a late night upload. But we talked about whether or not people are already playing the beta for Fallout 76. And what we mean by that, of course, is the pre-beta, these little like smaller pre-beta tests that they're going to do before they actually drop the beta for all of us to test. And obviously when it comes to whether or not people are already playing the game behind the scenes, testing it out for Bethesda, there's no real way for us to know unless somebody tells us. But my assumption, what I came to the conclusion for that video was that maybe it just kind of depends on when the beta is actually taking place in October. If it's early October, then yeah, people are probably already playing the game. But I came across some info late last night when I was trolling Twitter looking for some info for Fallout 76 that people are going to be testing the game very, very soon. So this guy tweeted out, "Exciting news, I've been invited by Bethesda Studios to check out Fallout 76 in a few days. I'll be gone for most of the end of this month, starting Friday, and I'll return with some juicy coverage of the game for you all. Hashtag Fallout 76, I'm really curious what this game will be like." This guy is a YouTuber with over 200,000 subscribers. I didn't check his Twitch, but he has a Twitch as well. So with that tweet, we get confirmation that influencers, YouTubers and such, will be testing out Fallout 76 very, very soon. He says he'll be leaving Friday and be gone until the end of the month, which is only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then it's October. And in last night's video, I talked about how it is possible that influencers have already been testing the game, and I still think that that is a possibility, because they could just be breaking it up. There could already be YouTubers and other people testing the game like right now, and this guy specifically, his time, his schedule, it's going to be this Friday until the end of September, potentially. Something else interesting we found out from this guy's Twitter is that he's actually coming to the US to test the game. It's not like he's playing it on his PC or his console at home. Like, I guess Bethesda is flying him out or something? I'm not entirely sure, but he's coming to the US to actually test the game. And what this tells me is the fact that until the end of September, they're picking specific people to test out the game. I don't think this pre-beta stuff is happening on a wider scale until October. And if that's the case, then that means that the actual beta won't start until mid to late October. Because we know that the pre-beta is supposed to be random, at least according to Pete Hines and Bethesda. It's just randomly people who have pre-ordered the game can get into the beta kind of early to test it out. And then, of course, the actual beta will happen. Because if until the end of September, which we know is for sure, that they are picking specific people to test out the game, then that means that the pre-beta can't actually happen until October anyways. And if, say, the pre-beta is happening in the beginning of October, that only leaves mid to late October for the actual beta. It all kind of comes down to how long they want these pre-beta tests to actually happen. Is it going to be a few days? Is it going to be a week? Is it going to be 2 weeks? And how long they want it to happen before the actual beta goes wider scale. Because I'd assume they'd want to do these pre-beta tests a little bit before the actual beta. That way they can fix any problems or bugs that are happening in the game because they have more people to test it out. And then drop the actual beta for all of us. But of course, it is also a possibility that they have other people testing the game right now around the end of September, and maybe they plan on dropping the beta early October, because they could have other people testing the game out, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or maybe all this week right now, and then they drop the beta, early October for the rest of us. That is a possibility. Who knows? I'm just going off of what makes sense to me. What makes sense is like these earlier pre-beta tests now, maybe some other pre-beta tests early October, and then the beta, again, mid to late October. That's just my guess. And I realize what makes sense is kind of laughable when it comes to Bethesda because they are dropping a beta for their first multiplayer game ever a month before release. And that doesn't make sense. Also, with this guy tweeting out that he's actually going to test the game and mentions doing coverage for the game, I think that kind of confirms that these pre-beta stuff doesn't have an NDA because he's obviously publicly telling everybody that he's participating in testing out the game and that he's going to do videos about it. So that's kind of interesting because I figure like a pre-beta, or some people refer to it as an alpha, you feel like that would be some kind of behind closed doors type of shit because you don't want them to talk about things that may not be in the final product. But it looks like this guy can do videos for it if he wants to, so there's not an NDA, I guess. So kind of a quick roundup of the video is, if they aren't already, influencers, YouTubers and such will be testing out the game by the end of the week. They'll be testing out, Fallout 76, which means that the pre-beta, the random people testing out the game who pre-ordered it, might be happening very, very soon as well. At least as late as early October, potentially. One thing I'm not sure of is how do you know that you are a part of the pre-beta? Because, I bought mine on my console. I pre-ordered Fallout 76 on my Xbox. I was able to do, this little pre-download. It's 100 megabytes. Like, is it an email? And if they are the email in my Bethesda.net account? Are the email in the account that's attached to my gamer tag? Do you even get an email at all? Will there be an update for the Fallout 76 pre-download that I have on my console? How will I even know when that happens? Because my shit auto-updates when my console's off. Like, I don't know how the hell you know you're part of the pre-beta. Maybe some of you guys out there know, or at least have an idea, so leave that in the comments below. And of course, let me know your thoughts about this entire situation, this whole video. What do you think about people testing the game out later this week? What do you think about them actually picking specific people like YouTubers to actually come and test out the game early? I get it. It's not necessarily bad. You get somebody with a decent audience to test out the game and then talk about it. It can help boost sales. It's marketing. I understand that. But I don't know. We've heard up until now that it was going to be random for the pre-beta stuff, and then now we see them picking specific people. And of course, I have to ask the question, when do you think the actual beta will take place in October for Fallout 76? Anyways, guys, if you want to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid, at my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child. Give me serenity, or at least just peace.